So here's my calculator, and I've got some questions about how to handle putting the numbers in. So let's look at that. Again, to create an event handler, what you do is you just double click on the control that you want to generate. So in this case, I want to do 2, let's say. So I double click on 2, and that should make an event handler for me. Here's the actual event handler. Basically, we want to take the text that they inputted and append on a 2, just to paste on a 2 to the end. Now, in the special case where there's a 0 there, that means they haven't typed anything in yet. Then what we do is we just blank it out and we append on the 2 to the blanked out thing. So that's basically the pattern. Here's the 1 key, it has the same setup. The only thing really different is the variable 1. Other special case is the 0. If there's already a 0 there, you don't want to put another 0 there. So you have to test for that. If there's a 0 there already and they enter another 0, you're just going to ignore it. Otherwise, you'll append a 0 to the end. Note that our numbers that they're typing in are being handled like strings. See how we're using quotes around them? So we're not putting numbers into the text box. That only works with text. Once we get it and need to do something with it, that's when we convert it. So let's look at that conversion. Here I have my square root action performed. So here is on the design. I'm on my square root button. And the setup again was the operand. This is what they typed in to the text box, and then the result. So I take that string, it has all the numerals in it, and convert it into a double and store that into operand. Then I call our square root method, passing in the operand. That gives us our result. And then we clear the text box by putting in an empty string, and then we append to that our result. And you do that for the other ones as well. Let me just do one more so you can see the process. Let's do the reciprocal one. So I double click on the button, it creates an event handler for me. And basically it's going to have a similar structure like we had in square root. So we'll just grab all that, paste it here. Same process, we have an operator or operand and a result. We get the text, we parse it into a double, store that in the operand. And instead of square root here, we're going to do division. The equation we want is the reciprocal. Well, there's no reciprocal function in math, at least I don't think so. Let's see. Yeah, doesn't have one. So we just have to do the math. So we say 1.0 divided by the operand. Once we have our result, then we send that out. Does anyone see a problem here? There's a huge glaring problem here. Watch what happens if I run it. It'll generate a runtime error. Here's the reciprocal. I find the reciprocal is 0. What should happen? 1 divided by 0 is infinity, undefined. It's a mess, okay? So we didn't anticipate. Anytime you put a division in any program, you have to think about the special case where the thing you're dividing by is 0. So here, to avoid this problem, we could say we only do the division. We only do the division if the operand is not 0. Okay. Here it's complaining because it says result might not have been initialized. So maybe we pull this inside 2. So we only do the reciprocal if it's not 0. Do we need to say anything to the user? I don't think so. We just ignore. We're just saying the user's an idiot. Let's just ignore them. It's better than saying you're an idiot. Don't put a 0 there. Okay, that's not nice. So just ignore them. Okay. Okay, let's try it now with 0. It's 0, I hit that, it doesn't do anything. It only does something when you have something other than 0, so we have -1. Reciprocal, still -1. Yeah, so that's how you go about adding a function.